It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Chiefs and the Texans. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, the first of 3 on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can feel it. You can sense it down on the field in pregame. Both these teams have had this as their #1 goal all year.
The first of 3 on this fine Sunday. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least 1 playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by 1 more week.
A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To throw, it's Brissett on 1st and 10. That is caught. What a throw. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This play
in trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a first carry for their running back, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. but then you take a loss again, and now it sets up third and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. On comes the Chiefs punter, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Texans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They'll come up here first and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. On first down, Brissett. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Operating from the gun is Brissett. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Schultz is the motion man. Third and short yardage. It's Brissett. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. On the option, they give it to Mixon. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. That's into the hands of Moore. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Play action, and here's Brissett. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chiefs offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down? Mahomes back, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Oh, a miss hit there, off the side of his foot. 1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. 10-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. First and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Dell motioning over. Brissett gonna throw. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They send him right out of the slot. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion now, it's Collins. 2nd down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. He'll manage only a couple. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. 3rd down and 9. Brissett. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. It's a pickup of 12. First down for Houston.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Schultz is the motion man. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. They face 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here is Brissett. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can...
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Quick throw, taken in, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Chiefs.
They put Kelsey in motion. Thrown left side. The catch is made. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
A gain of 14 yards. First down, Kansas City.
First down throw. Mahomes. A throw here, right side. Falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. And he'll get about 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Moore going in motion. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 3.
They'll go play action here with Brissett. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. That's going to be caught by Gregg.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, KC. Now, Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down. Mahomes now to throw again. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end, Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. 3rd and 6. Dell motioning over. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Brissett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. On comes the punter now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Chiefs offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Final play of this first half. Here's Mahomes. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, KC.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
So now this to get them back to even heading into the break. The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Christian Harris there on the stop. Mahomes now to throw on second down. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Offside, defense.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Third and goal. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs move out in front, 20-17. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And 3 yards to go.
Play action, and here's Brissett. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
To the air again is Brissett. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. In motion now, it's Collins. Throwing again, Brissett. This is caught. Downfield, it's Dell. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Brissett gonna throw again. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Intended for Nico Collins. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Keeping it in the air. Here's Brissett. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's another Houston Texans.
Brissett. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jacoby Brissett. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans have taken a 4-point advantage. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes Worthy to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground. 22 yards, the pickup there. And the Chiefs have a first down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Mahomes. That's caught downfield. It's Kelsey. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
First down, Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Right back to the air from Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Kansas City. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs go up by 3. It's 27-24.
Texans 24.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Mixon. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Moore going in motion. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with Mixon. He's going to have a Texans 1st down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Dell motioning over. On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Schultz is the motion man. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
And may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They try to work the screen with Mixon. And the defense can't love with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. Open man, that's Collins. And the Texans are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
That's good for a Houston Texans.
Here is Brissett. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback does.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jacoby Brissett. Touchdown, Texans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The visitors' offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. They'll come up here, first and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A wide-open receiver downfield. This one is caught. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Throwing again. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's trying to get to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot, but the first indication that he does not get there. In fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on downs. Schultz is the motion man. On first down, Brissett. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Brissett gonna throw. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. On the ground, it's Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A run here with Mixon. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Back at the 48-yard line.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So it's a win here for the Texans. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right.